Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. Today we're going to make some crispy quinoa. I'm probably not saying that right, but that right there, I call it quinoa. So the other day I had a salad and I had some of the crispy quinoa on top of it, and I loved it. It was awesome. So, and I like crispy, and this is a great alternative to make if you don't want to use breadcrumbs or want to use something gluten-free. Make some macaroni and cheese, and once it gets done, sprinkle some of the crispy quinoa over the top. Add it to your vegetables, salads. It's wonderful. So I have 2 cups of water that I'm bringing to a boil, 1 cup of the quinoa, but I'm going to rinse this first. And then once my water comes to the boil and this is rinsed, I'll bring you back. Now, you don't have to use just water. You can use vegetable broth or chicken broth, any kind of flavored liquid that you like. And there is also a dry method to make the crispy quinoa, but I'll go over that in just a moment. And now we're going to add it to our water. Give it a stir. We're going to reduce the heat down to a simmer, cover it, and cook it for around 15 minutes. Now I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. But if you just want to do the quick pan dry method to it, go ahead and rinse your quinoa. And if you don't, especially if you don't buy it already pre-rinsed, you want to rinse it because sometimes the outside of it can taste bitter and kind of soapy. But put it in a skillet over like medium heat. Pour it in there after you've rinsed it, and just keep it stirred. The best way to do it is just take a whisk and just keep it stirred because it does toast up quickly. But I'll bring you back when this is ready. All of our liquid is absorbed, and so I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I have me a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper, and we're just going to spread this out on there as evenly as we can. Now before I put this in the oven, I'm going to let this cool for a bit. Okay, it's been cooling and drying out some more for around 10 minutes. I kept tossing it. So now in our preheated 400 degrees oven, we're going to toast this for around 20 to 30 minutes, stirring it and tossing it around every 5 minutes because the outside will start to get toasted before the middle. So we want to keep it tossed. Okay, mine's nice and toasted. Mine actually took around 45 minutes. Now once it dries out in the oven, it will go quickly. So you want to keep a check on it and maybe toss it around every minute or so. But you can see it's not stuck together. It's turned a nice nutty color, and you may start smelling like a nuttiness to it, and you may actually hear it popping. So now we're just going to let this cool, and then once it's cooled, I'll bring you back. Once our toasted quinoa is cool, we need to store this in an airtight container in the refrigerator. So that's why I like to make some extra. Use it on your salads as a crunchy topping, which is wonderful, on your vegetables. To replace as a breadcrumb topping, like I say, to be gluten-free. Now, for instance, if you're making some homemade macaroni and cheese and top it with some breadcrumbs, wait till your macaroni and cheese is done because this is already toasted, so it doesn't need to be toasted anymore. And it's a little bit of a process, but it's wonderful. So stay tuned. In my next video, we're going to make some candy out of some of this. Some chocolate crispy candy, and it's going to be so good. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Comment because I love hearing from you. Do you eat quinoa? Have you ever ate it crispy before? And what do you use yours on, or how do you make it? Please let me know. And until my next video, I hope you enjoy. Bye, y'all.